Yo, what's going on? Welcome to a deck discussion about fucking Valence. This is a part of the new set in the TCG, Tactical Masters. Basically, the new shit is all of it. It's really good, except for maybe Valence is maybe the one archetype that's maybe not so good. The deck is still good in my opinion. It's Rogue, solidly Rogue. It is missing a very important card that's not out yet that makes it so everything is a lot more consistent. But as of now, I think it's solidly Rogue. I'm confident to say that. Basically, if you want the rundown, the footnotes of this deck, if I could sum this deck into a single fucking statement, it's everybody else is playing checkers and you're playing chess, and that's not necessarily a good thing. You are limited to the rules of chess, while everybody is just moving one fucking tick at a time forward towards your base. Meanwhile, you're saying, my horse can only move in an L shape. This one can only go diagonal. This one can only go, side to side, forward to forward, right? It's like, yeah, I got a queen, but I only got one, and your queen is this little boy, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, the deck is super fun. Well, could be said as a detriment to its detriment in terms of deck design. It is still super cool. It's probably the coolest thing about the deck. So, I'll just quickly go in and get into the card by card and stuff like that, and just give you my general thoughts about everything. But you know, don't expect this deck to not really knock you off your feet. It doesn't do anything that nothing else can do. It just does it in a really fucking weird way. So it does use some new cards and some interesting tech. So I'll go ahead and just start it off. Best card in the deck, the Priestess is crazy good. Baron is pretty good. Basically just an extra monster. Counts as a move. Helps you move your cards so that they get their effects, yada yada. This level 4, a lot of people are going to be playing it either at 1. But I think he's actually really good. So he's a level 4, which means you don't need any of the field spells or an attribute similar Valent on the board for him to be summoned, whereas the 6s and the 8s do. But they do lock you from summoning anything from the hand or deck that isn't Valence or Grave. Um, but he's really good at going second. That's his really good thing. He's great at baiting the gates like imperms, apo effects, stuff like that. He just forces it out for basically nothing. I mean, because you practically use him as a vanilla half the time that special summons itself. This one is probably almost as important as the priestess. I mean, Viscount is like he's your level 4 machine, which you need. He's level 4 machine. He also is like combo central. He resets your pen skills. He's the best combo card you have in the deck, so that's a really huge thing about him. I mean, he's crazy good. Really, really crazy good. This one's probably like you play it because you have to. It being level 6 is a good thing because we do have level 2 tuners, so level 8 synchro. Otherwise, his search effect is pretty fucking mediocre because you have the potential to whiff, or you have the potential to get ones you've already used their effect. It's very whatever. I don't know why people play this card at 3. I really have fucking no clue. He's a move. He's also like he's just a move. That's all he is. And by move I mean he literally just moves another Valence card. So it triggers their effects, but there's only 2 that does anything. This one or this one. And we're very naturally going to get Senate Switch. So I guess you have one extra move for Viscount, but that doesn't really mean anything. The move effect is okay here. The move effect is not good here. The move effect is not good here. It's okay on him. This is your fusion, which usually you're not going to be going to in your main combo. You can though, depending if you really want it. This one is pretty fucking whatever as well. Good for going second, I guess. Not going to be using it going first. So yeah, I don't understand why people play this card at any more than 1. I don't mind him just being a name, but I do mind drawing him in my opening hand when I don't have any way to summon him, because he's one of the level 6 ones. Yep, level 8, level 8. This one's pretty good because it resets Senate Switch, which is a soft once per turn, so you can get another move. Otherwise, it's okay. Same goes with that. It's whatever. This card's really good, except it sucks running any more than 1 just because it quickly becomes redundant. The field spells are obnoxious in the way you need them, but they also are to your detriment because your opponent can use them. Don't know why they decided to do that. Easily the dumbest thing about the deck. Fuck the field spells. honestly and wholly. You need him because he's a searchable high scale. None of these are high scales, only the fusions are, but you're not. They're like end of the combo type shit. Um, Send a switch, right? Called by the Grave. Yeah, I mean it's a good card. This so we can go first or second. I've tested going second quite a bit, and it feels pretty good. So I'm happy enough with this. These being my only hand trap type going second cards. It's a pen deck. You need lots of flex with monsters. Unfortunately, Diva is basically summon Diva, summons Diva, make Hulk, summon Odd Synchron, make Beyond the Pendulum. So Odd Synchron is in your top of your face up extra, and you have not committed any resources besides your normal special, your normal summon into that. Cyber-Stein's in the deck because two machine level 4s make this, which searches Cyber-Stein, and if we can keep our normal summon, we can just summon Exterio. Very cool, very nice. It's worth playing, unfortunately. As much as I hate having to spend 1,200 and then 5,000, leaving you with just a measly 1,800 passing turn, to which they can just attack into your Appaloosa or some shit and kill you for game. It is good, unfortunately. It is good. But we could also make Avermax so they can't attack into it, but sometimes that's not necessarily doable. It's a risk. It's a risk that unfortunately I think you have to take. Next we have Skullcrobat. This is another normal summon. I've cut it down to 2 since I added Cyber-Stein, which I wasn't playing before. Then I tested it and I kind of liked it, unfortunately, as much as I didn't want to. But Skullcrobat is a nice normal summon because you search Monkey Board. Monkey Board gets you Lizard Draw, and there's your pen scale. It could also get you Odd Synchron if you happen to draw either of these, so that you can make a level 2. We have the level 2 Synchro, the level 2 Tuner, I mean. It's quite nice. I mean, these are 6 scales, which is fine. I mean, all the, like, we're only running these, like, 6 higher than level 6, or 6 or higher. So the 6 scale doesn't matter that much, and they all summon themselves to begin with. So it's not that big a deal, in my opinion. The 9 scale is, yeah, ideal, I guess, but these are more ideal, in my opinion, because then you get the draw. You pop the monkey board with your field spell search, clear your pen scales. I like it. You do the same with this. Pop this and gets it in the face of extra deck, and then you can pen summon it if you can get some other high scale. Unfortunately, he doesn't work as a high scale. That's why he's cut down to 2. As much as I love these cards, technically I could run. I was actually running 3 and then 1, like 3 Skullcrabats and then 1 Odd Synchron, but I found I was drawing way too many normal summons. And Diva is probably better than Skullcrabat, so I was like, I'll just cut him down. I'm fine with hard drawing him anyways, the Synchron, so it doesn't really matter, I think, at the end. I mean, you could readjust these if you would like to, but it's whatever. The boss monster, their best boss monster, is also probably the card next to be cut. This card's way too committal. It's way too much. Like it takes a full ass combo to get to it. And like yeah, the removal's good, and yeah, it's nice that it goes to your pen zone after it dies, but like, and it's very easy to get back into the game. Like it's very easy to like cycle this card in and out of the game as it goes on. But it's just, and like the removal's good too. Like this card on paper is good. It's just 3 Valances, bruh. And the only way you can do it is with this motherfucker, which then you have to move. It's too much, I think. I like it as the flex option, which is why it's there, but it's too much. This card's good. It's very easy to summon as well, so whatever, right? Exterio's fucking just like stupid as fuck, so yeah, we're playing it because we have Cyber-Stein. Savage is, Savage, Omni Negate, because we have level 2s with the level 2 Synchro, or Tuner, I mean, seeing Synchro for some reason. Beyond the Pendulum, 2 of them. This card is extremely important because, like I said, getting to your high scale is super important. It also searches Priestess if we already have our scales. Very, very, very nice. Appaloosa is basically part of the combo. You gotta clear monsters. This card is actually super good. I was not aware of this card, and then I saw it in action. I was like, this makes Avermax a negate, basically. Because what it does is it points to IP. IP triggers in the main phase, causes this to trigger, which negates something on board. Then you make Avermax, which is protected by targeting and card destruction, and it protects your Appaloosa from being battled, so you don't just lose the game. And hopefully you have this backing it up too, so you have lots of monster and spell negates, spell trap negates. Very, very good. I quite like it. I actually do think Borrelsword is better here because, as you can tell, I'm not playing Celine. I don't really think Celine is that necessary in this deck. I just like I have no fucking room. I literally use all of these cards. And so because I'm not playing Celine, I would say Borrelsword is probably better just because I don't have a Link 3 here. I'm not playing Unicorn either. Unicorn, this was the next. I really wanted two of these, and I wanted Unicorn, but because I put it in the package of the Cyber-Stein, it takes up two extra deck things, and I really wanted Phoenix as well, so I can pop in case I don't get to Exterio. I can pop my own field spell on my opponent's side and get the draw one. Like I find all of these to be necessary. So I like Borrelsword better in terms of the OTK potential. Just because it's just a little too difficult for me to put a Link 3 to fit any more in. And maybe this would be the next thing cut, or maybe this would. Either the Herald Arclight or the Fusion. I kind of like the Fusion a little bit more, and I also kind of like having this here. So it's, there's a lot of detriment to Cyber-Stein, but it's also quite good. It's like game winning if it works, but it could also be game losing if you're not careful enough. So it is what it is. It is what it is, right? But yeah, Phoenix pop my own card, Gear Giganta Axe, where the fuck, right? This is just to make sure you can get to Cyber-Stein, because you're gonna have your normal summon. So that's the baseline of the deck. I have some replays. I was just fucking around, saving replays of whatever. Let's see these hands. I think this is a Cyber-Stein replay, so I'll just go ahead and show it off. Just show what the deck does. Like I said, you're playing chess. We don't have a normal summon here, so that basically means that hopefully we can try to get some shenanigans going. We have to use this, unfortunately, a little bit early because we need to get the Senate switch so we can get our search and so that we can summon that guy because we didn't have any other way. I wanted to save the normal, and we hit Viscount, which is fantastic. And this is another thing I would like to mention. We have the high scale already, so it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, we have two searches here, but it's just kind of unfortunate that we have to always commit to the double Viscount on this stuff because you need it. So I'm gonna get the double Viscount. We're gonna have one for the effect, one to pen summon, and you have to get them before you pen summon. Like you cannot get the other one any other way. Like if I didn't have the high scale, I would have to commit this search for the high scale. And I guess I just got this for the extra move or something. I don't know, or the level it being level 6 as well, and I can pen summon it. But yeah, you just like you have to get them before you pen summon because only one of them is gonna get their effect. And if you're searching Cyber-Stein, you can't normal the other one. So it has to be summoned in the pen summon, or it like you're not getting it at all. So the pen summon for the Cyber-Stein is super important. Just go ahead and set everything up, and then that goes back to hand. We already have our pop, so we can just keep that in the hand for now. Summon it. Reset the fact to summon. Move to reset the pen scale as well. Might as well. And at this point, I guess I'm just going. Oh yeah, this is yeah. I mean, this is basically the idea behind it. Exterio, Apo, Aconite, Avermax with IP, and Pit Knight. Buy the books. Buy the books. That was a good one. All right, let's see this one. Yeah, I think I know what happens with this one. I mean, this is a great hand. Opening this and this is very, very nice. A lot of these are Cyber-Stein replays just because I really wanted to check how well it performed before I really made a decision on it. And I do think it's necessary. I just think it's too good. Exterio's too good. Alright, setting up the field spells, unfortunately. Another thing is, I've decided to start searching this one. Because, so, these cannot be summoned if you don't have the fire already on the board. But, like, we're going to be popping our opponents, and I really wanted to keep this one on board because we have a lot more of the high-level machine guys in the Valances than we do the high-level, like, ninja motherfuckers, or, whoever these guys are, right? These Japanese, you know, yo guys. We don't have that many of them, so that's why I would prefer, or the high level ones. I mean, that's why I would prefer to have this one on board, just because it's that way I can still summon them in case I get them. Like the level 6 that gets you to the other ones. Okay, pen summon. What are we making? So we have the level 2 here now on board. And we have the lizard draw, which like I said, we don't have monkey board. We're not getting the lizard draw search, which sucks. But 6 as a pen scale is fine. It's unfortunately does clog our pen scale, but we put it on the side where we're gonna keep all our shit anyways. And I always try to delegate everything to one side that I'm keeping on board and put the rest of it in the other side. We couldn't pen summon the 6, but who cares? Because that's what Viscount's here for. Summon him back, and then we can make. Well, we're gonna do this first. That way we can make Apo, free up some space with the gear Gigantic X, and then make Boral Sword. And basically, instead of the Mekk-Knight Avermax, we're going for the Boral Sword and the Exterio with the Phoenix to kill the thing if I had a draw. But it does protect it from battle. If I had another card, I could pop that, but unfortunately I ran out of cards. But this protects this from battle, so we have 1,800 life points, but we do have all 3 negates here. We have the Omni negate and we have the Spell Trap negate, so it is what it is, right? This is like, okay, it sucks that they have this, though, but it's fine because Exterio can infinitely negate these shits. Well, I have 4 negates. We actually have 5 in here, but we have to keep the spell in here for its grave effect. Alright, so this is a different angle here. We have the normal summons available to us, and we drew Dark Ruler, so essentially, this hand is not amazing because I really hate drawing 2 normal summons because they just clog the hand. We can't pen summon these from the hand, so Joker being here is just completely useless for the most part. But, because, I suppose that because Deep Sea Diva is who she is, we're lucky that, if this got Ashed, Veilered, Impermed or something, then Joker would be more dead. But because this is a replay, I'm showing you that it would work. Alright, get our pen skill set up. Get the Shimone, right? The Priestess, whatever the fuck. Get our summon. We have the level 2 now, Tuner. The draw, fantastic draw. Super, super good. That's why I really like the Lizard draw. If anything, if Monkey Board comes to 2, oh man, that's good. That's good. I really like Monkey Board in this build. I really, really do. And I can see it happening. Pen is just so bad right now. Decided to go for that, just because we already used our normal summon, so going for the Exterio is very pointless. Summon this, get our extra search. I think it whiffs. Oh no, we have another Viscount. Doesn't really matter though. We can use the effect because I believe I pen summoned that one. Okay, yep. I could go for the fusion here, but I decide against it just because I don't really care that much. It's also a little bit more difficult to go for the fusion when you make Savage, because usually you send the 6 the tribute for. So the way I like to do it is make the fusion, make this, and then I set it on the pen scale so I have an extra move, and I can use it as material for the fusion. But I can't do it when I make Savage because I use the 6 for the Savage. I thought about doing it there, but instead I just go for the Mekk-Knight negate here. This isn't like amazing, but it's not bad either. It's unfortunate that we might have to use our Omni negate on this because we left it on board. Well, specifically on this actually, because that's the one that they're going to negate. They're going to use to push our monsters back because my opponent can use it for some fucking reason. Ah, very cool, very cool. Probably should have just, instead of making the Pit Knight, should have just made the Phoenix there. But this is another example of just hard drawing Cyber-Stein. Like, this is good. I think personally, like, this is a little nutty. So what we're gonna do here is actually preemptively pop this, so we get it in the face-up extra deck. We could use it to normal summon, but we have Cyber-Stein, so we don't want to use that. We have to commit everything a little bit earlier before I would normally like to because of Cyber-Stein, but that's fine. If anything, it baits this sort of stuff. Alright. Terrible search, but, we'll keep going. Get a search for the high scale. We really don't have very much here. But we have the 6 and the 2, which is good enough for Savage. Summon him, uses effect, get the 6 back into play, make the Savage. I try to keep things in the middle when I summon them as well, just because it frees up the edges here. I summoned that in the edge just because I was going to make this anyways, get the pop. good enough, right? Free up the thing so they can't use that effect. Protected from battle with this. Exterio, Omni Negate, 4 negates. It's good enough. We still have our high skill. We have a search for next turn as well. Pretty good. I mean, hard drawing Cyber-Stein is quite nice. I really like it. All right, what is this? Oh, this is this is nothing. I would duel against the bot just to see my opening hand and see if I would always play second, just to see if I could play through the negates. I'm not a big fan of Yugioh playing online. But yeah, that's the deck. I mean, it's fairly consistent. I think. I mean, I could go through some test hands right now. I mean, this is obviously a play. You have enough names here. This is an amazing hand. Super good. I mean, we have a guaranteed pen scale. The normal that we have no other cards that have a normal here. Super good here too. Use the Joker. Probably get the. I mean, we have a summon as well here. And then we have another summon here for that. Use the Joker. Probably summon it under one of these. Get the. I'll just go ahead and show you what I would do rather than explain it. This one's a little bit more janky when you draw the Joker and the monkey board. But what you do here, I mean, it doesn't matter what you search, but get this. And we don't have the Shimone, so we can't pop this either. So instead, what we have to do, we won't be able to have this in rotation. That's just an unfortunate reality because we had to commit our normal summon for the Joker. But it's still fine because we get the extra draw, we get the pen scales, and we get basically whatever we want. I think I preemptively used that a little too early. But see, this is what I mean. If you move too fast, you kind of get fucked. Well, that's nice, but I should have also put it under here if I was gonna put monkey board over there. You know, it's whatever. It's whatever. But basically, what I could have done if I didn't use monkey board too early is I could have summoned this and then summoned this, got the search, sent these two for that, and then I could have done some more shenanigans. But this was also a terrible draw because we can't when we get Shimone we can't pop the fucking monkey board off our board. You know, it's whatever. It is what it is. This is a great hand. It's unfortunate we drew the field spell. This is a great hand. We have a normal summon. Unfortunate for Senate Switch. It's actually not too bad then. We don't have monkey board. This is a fine and dandy hand. We have a high scale. It doesn't look great, but it's actually like totally playable. This is what I mean though. Like this guy is dead in the fucking water for me right now. Like he does nothing for me. He's my scale card because he doesn't do. I can't summon him. I don't have any of the blues. It's not like I play less either. Fantastic search because we have the Viscount. We have our normal summon too. This is Cyber-Stein play with Savage right here, guaranteed. We have an extra move here as well, and we have another move here. It doesn't really matter. We have a high scale. Well, it's not Savage actually because we have to use this for the scales, but we pen summon this, and then we search Shimone, whatever. Yeah, I mean, we have everything. I don't really feel like going through the whole combo. This is trash. This is like what you hate to see. Drawing the field spells. The field spells are the worst cards in your deck. These do not work together, unfortunately. Oh, and we have the field spell, so it might be doable if I get a good search there actually. But it would be like really basic bitch board. This is a decent hand. I'm not against this. I mean, we have an extra normal, but we're gonna have to use our search for a high scale because we don't have one here. We have to if we hit Viscount off of this, we can do Cyber-Stein play here. This is a pretty decent board. We have the 6 and we have his corresponding thing, so we could maybe search a really good card. I mean, like, none of these hands are bricks. These are not a single... We've had one brick, actually, and even that was something. It was very counterable, but it was something. These hands are good. Like, I can just waste my normal summon, and if they negate it, like, that doesn't mean anything to me, because, like, I still have plays. Like, I can still summon this. It does lock me out of this guy. But then I get a search for any of the high scales that I needed. Or any of the low scales, like Shimone or something. We do have some useless cards here. But it's fine for the most part. Like, I'm still playing the game. I'm still getting 2 pen summons here. I'm still doing what I want to do. And that's with me not getting the monkey board that I wanted. Like, this is like totally fine. And then this is where he gets a little janky jank. It's really nice though that like sure we drew these two together, that we still have the monkey board. So we have guaranteed scales. We have guaranteed level 2 tuner in there as well. Well, assuming they don't get negated, but we had the other level 4 to summon. This is unfortunate. I mean, it's okay actually. Not having monkey board and drawing a Senate is fine. This is where it gets a little more complicated. We have the ability to not need two Viscounts because we have the Cyber-Stein already. And I suppose like worst case scenario is if this gets negated by something, the Beyond the Pendulum, we could just normal summon this and then just slap down a big chungus motherfucker, right? Because otherwise we would actually this hand does suck. I don't even think we could do Cyberstein here because we do not have a high scale. We don't have a low scale. I mean, like we have to search something, but we cannot search anything. Yeah, this is not a Cyberstein play, even though we drew him. Unfortunate to double diva, but that's still a play. This is absolutely a play. This is a shit hand. Unfortunate. Very shit hand. Good hand. Good hand. I mean, you're gonna get shit hands no matter what. Tan is playable. It's doable because we can search a high scale, and this is a one card Beyond the Pendulum. Doable, very doable. We already have a high scale. We have a normal summon. Well, actually, no, this hand sucks because we have to commit our normal summon to get to Beyond the Pendulum. So Cyberstein is useless there. Unfortunate. This is a good hand. This is a good hand. We have a Lizard draw, but it's fine. Why do I keep seeing this guy in my opening hand? It's kind of annoying me now. This gray hand. See, like, the one downside is the multiple normal summons. This is the one downside to the deck, which is why I cut down on the normal summons. Like, I feel like 6 is not that many to have. Like, is 6 normal summons really too much? Like, I want them, though, because, like I said, making your opponent waste, like, cards on your normal summon when in a deck that, like, usually it's not that big a deal is like super ideal. And I feel like Cyberstein, no matter the case, would always be a one of, even if he was at 3. Because he's not a normal summon you want to bait negates with. He is a normal summon you use to like win the game. Whereas this is a bait, right? And if they work, that's fantastic because you get so much out of them. But they still count as a card towards Beyond this Pendulum, and we're maxed out almost on the ones that summon themselves. I'm almost convinced, like, that's why I want to play 2 of these, because I want more of the ones that just summon themselves without having some other gimmick attached to them, i.e. these motherfuckers. But, yeah, I mean, that's the deck.